Japanese fans are sexist. You've seen this image, right? Global 9.8, Japan 5.7. This is fake. A non-existent rating site. There's no Japanese site where put 5.7 on that episode. On Twitter, they got a community note on it. By the way, if you were a Loki fan while calling Japanese people who like Naoya sexists, I need you to explain something. Why is Loki okay, but Naoya isn't? Murder is unrealistic, but sexism is relatable. So it's worse. Is that what you're gonna say? That just means you're criticizing evil you can relate to. You can't imagine murder, so you can't speak on that. But sexism, you can easily imagine it, and that's why you've come to hate it so easily. So you attack it. That's not justice. That's just being picky. Let me ask you something. Was there ever a scene in the series that endorsed Naoya's way of living? Was Naoya glorified until the very end? Was his lifestyle affirmed by the story? Have you even read the manga? Do you know how his story ends? Let's think about all of this today. I'm about to free you from that echo chamber. The echo chamber that influencers created to make money. Are you their worker ant? Give me 5 minutes of your life. Okay, maybe 10 minutes. But please, just hear me out. If you're leaving now, have a nice day. I really hope you have a good life. I really hope so. Let me introduce myself. I'm Japanese female, and I'm a stock trader. Why am I talking about trading? Because I have 6 or more accounts on each social media platform. Twitter, Instagram, everything. Multiple accounts, multiple devices. I manage IPs carefully too. Originally, it was for trading. Biased information leads to bad decisions. I have accounts that only see American posts, accounts that only see Japanese posts, accounts for other countries too, separated by whatever genre I need. When you do this, you naturally start seeing cultural conflicts. People looking at the same thing but interpreting it completely differently. When you're seeing different things, of course conflicts happen, but I've always been an observer. I never stirred up conflict or created content. When you're trading, you don't need to create content. You can make money without it. So this is my first time creating content, completely just killing time. Also, people who think carefully are becoming rare these days. Things catch fire way too fast. Fact-checking can't keep up. That image from earlier is exactly that. A screenshot from a non-existent rating site gets spread around. And that becomes the basis for Japanese people are sexist. Anyone in trading knows this. Stirring up conflict lets influencers make money easily, ridiculously easily. Finance, anime, politics, sexism, racism, whatever. Stir up conflict and you'll never run out of content. Are you being their feed? Working for free like an ant, spreading their stuff for them? Basically, someone who wanted to stir up conflict created that fake image. And here's the important part. There were stages to this. First, someone created the fake image. Then influencers saw it and thought, oh, I can get impressions from this. Then they started saying Japanese people are sexist. That's why the scores are like this. It spread, and here we are. So, the original image was fake. People wanting to farm impressions jumped on it and stirred things up, and it spread. And you all believed it and started screaming Japanese people are sexist. Are you stupid? Now for the main topic. The reason Japanese fans criticized the Maki scene wasn't sexism. It was MAPPA's direction, specifically the Junichi and Rana scene. In the manga, Rana tries to restrain Maki with his technique, but Maki is too strong, he can't hold her. Blood starts coming from Rana's eyes and distortions appear in his technique. Junichi notices this and turns around. He looks away from Maki and toward Ranta. Then Rana says, don't mind me. Junichi-san, do it now. This scene shows that Junichi has some humanity. He might be old-fashioned, but he cares about his clan. But what happened in the anime? Junichi doesn't turn to look at Rana at all. He doesn't notice Rana struggling, yet Rana still says, don't mind me, Junichi-san. The order is reversed. The meaning is completely different. What Japanese fans were saying was the character portrayal got sloppy. The manga's nuance was lost. It has nothing to do with sexism. That's why so many people are saying Mappa focused on flashy visuals and bold colors for overseas audiences and stopped caring about the characters. That's the reason. But what did overseas influencers say? Japanese people are sexist. That's why they don't like the Maki scene. Do your research before you talk. Now let's talk about Naoya. Naoya is definitely a sexist character. He says a lot of things that look down on women in the series. But how was Naoya treated in the story? Was he glorified? Was he treated like a hero? Not at all. Naoya gets beaten to death by Maki, the weak girl he used to bully. And that's not all. After he dies, he comes back as a cursed spirit in an even uglier form. He can't even maintain human shape, just a pathetic monster driven by obsession. And Maki defeats him again. How is this promoting sexism? It's the opposite. Completely the opposite. A sexist gets beaten miserably by a woman twice. This is proof that the story rejects sexism. If this story really promoted sexism, Naoya would have been treated like a hero, but it's the complete opposite. Some people say Japanese people say they like Naoya, so they must support sexism. Wrong. Do you know how Naoya is enjoyed in Japan? He's a meme, but toy. People cosplay as Naoya, yelling "I'll blow past you" at maximum speed, while running around in Adidas or Nike shoes. My personal favorite is the one where he comes out of the bathroom at top speed. Naoya who didn't make it to the toilet in time. Hilarious. There's also people doing Yuta Akatsu impressions, skits with Yuji Itadori. I can't show them here, but there's so much funny stuff. Search them if you want. It's everywhere in Japan's SNs. Men and women both watch and laugh. Nobody agrees with Naoya's ideology. They're just playing with him like a toy. Same with fan artworks. Japanese doujin culture is seriously high quality. There are amateurs drawing manga that looks professional. And in those works, Naoya is portrayed in completely different contexts. This is possible because people can separate a character from their ideology. They know it's a fictional character, so they can enjoy it with proper distance. Even if a girl says, "I like Naoya," nobody thinks she must support sexism. It just ends with, "Well, he is good looking." Let me ask you a question. You know the Joker, right? From Batman. How many people has the Joker killed? He's a mass murderer. But there are people with Joker figures, Joker cosplayers, Joker fan artists everywhere, and nobody says Joker fans support murder. What about Thanos? He wiped out half the universe, but he quiet, but there are many figures on markets. What about Loki? He invaded New York in Avengers 1 and killed tons of people. But people say Loki is cute, and I stan Loki, and nobody complains. So why is only Naoya not okay? Naoya made sexist remarks, but it seems he didn't kill anyone, at least in JJK episodes. The Joker committed mass murder. Loki killed people. Thanos wiped out half the universe. Murder is okay, but sexist remarks aren't? That's a double standard. To be fair, if you hate the Joker, hate Thanos, hate Loki, hate all villains, and won't tolerate any evil in fiction, then criticizing Naoya is consistent. I truly, really respect that. But if you're a Loki fan while calling Japanese people who like Naoya sexists, you need to explain. Why is Loki okay but Naoya isn't? Murder is unrealistic, but sexism is relatable. That just means you're criticizing evil you can relate to. You can't imagine murder, so you can't speak on that. But sexism? You can talk about that, so you attack it. That's not justice. That's just being picky. Here's the thing. Most Japanese people don't even know this is being said overseas, because most of them don't speak English. They're not thinking about broadcasting to the world due to this linguistic walls. They don't care about meme scores either. Most people probably don't even know what IMDb stands for. They just watch what they think is interesting. That's it. Japan has tons of anime, and most of it is good. The incredible effort from manga artists, the work from assistants. The manga itself is genuinely good, so they don't freak out over one show's score. I just happen to know English and trade stocks, so I can see this stuff. I'm doing this to kill time. Also, I just felt bad for people who don't know they're being used as influencers' cash cows. That's the only reason I'm saying this. Some of you might say you're a liar, then do the same thing I do. Use every method you can. Use AI. Ask AI things you don't know, but don't forget fact-checking. Don't trust AI too much. They're your Pokemon, but not your master. The world you'll see will be different. Every country is imperfect. Many people say Japan is amazing, others say Japan is actually terrible. Both are wrong. Japan is just a country, like any other. Every country has social problems. Every country has good people and bad people. Japan is not special. It's not a utopia, but it's not a dystopia. It's just a place. That's it. Let me say this. There are sexist people in Japan too. They exist, but it's not just Japan. When I went to Italy, some old man harassed me and chased me around. Same thing happened in China. When I went to Canada, someone looked down my cleavage. Shitty men exist everywhere. It's not about which country is worse. They exist in every country. And conversely, there are great men in every country too. You know this too, right? Deep down, okay. Deep down. Why are you getting so heated? Which echo did you make so? One last thing. The ability to separate fiction from reality. Let's call it fiction literacy. I think this literacy depends on how long and how deeply you've been exposed to that culture. In Japan, people grow up surrounded by manga and anime from childhood. They experience every type of character, every type of story, from when they're young, so naturally, they learn to distinguish between fiction and reality. They understand that liking a fictional character and agreeing with their ideology are completely different things. So, when Japanese people say they like Naoya, it doesn't mean they support sexism, just like how Loki fans don't support murder. To summarize, that image was fake, a non-existent rating site. It has a community note. Japanese fans criticize the Maki scene because of MAPPAS direction. Nothing to do with sexism. Now, you face consequences in the story. He wasn't glorified. This is proof the story rejects sexism. Japanese fans enjoy Naoya as a meme. They don't agree with his ideology, Loki, Joker, and Thanos being okay, while Naoya isn't as a double standard. Influencers stir up conflict for impressions. Are you their feed? Fiction literacy depends on how deeply you've been exposed to that culture. I'm a woman, and I hate Naoya. If he existed in real life, I'd punch him. But as a character, Naoya was necessary for this story. Without Naoya, Maki's awakening wouldn't have been definitive. He was like the final barrier for Maki's severance from the Zenin clan from her own family. The worse he is, the more exhilarating it is to watch Maki break through him, right? There's no woman who wouldn't feel satisfaction watching this. What are you even talking about? Loving a fictional villain and supporting their ideology are completely different things. To everyone overseas who enjoys Jujutsukaisen, thank you. But I want to someday enjoy this with you all as equals, on a level playing field. Right now, the fun content from Japanese creators isn't reaching you. Only conflict-stirring content is reaching you, even at this moment. So we probably won't be able to enjoy this together going forward. That's really disappointing. Just now, I was watching a video of someone cosplaying as Naoya running out of the bathroom at top speed and I was laughing my ass off. The Utah impression was amazing too, but that stuff doesn't reach you, does it? What reaches you is stuff about scores, stuff about how Japanese people are like this or that, right? What a waste. Seriously. Anyway, I said what I want to say. Don't work for influencers to make them money, and enjoy your hobbies.